Welcome to Montreal, Canada, in the province of Quebec, and the IGA Stadium. It's Super Sunday, and it's the day of the women's individual at the first Grand Prix of fencing's international season. It's the first Grand Prix of a brand new decade, and what a special year it is. The Olympics is coming in just a few months in Tokyo, and we are in an Olympic city. Montreal hosted the 1976 Olympic Games, where the current president of the International Olympic Committee won a gold medal in the men's team foil event. But today, it's all about women's sabre. We're down to 32 fencers. 4 matches coming up in the first wave. On the blue piece, it will be Kharlan, the world #1, against Norika Tamura, chasing down an Olympic spot for Japan in her host nation Olympic Games. On the yellow piece, it's Shao Yaki of China up against Caroline Kelly of France. On the green piece, it's Kim Ji-yeon of Korea against Anna Limbach of Germany. And on the red piece, it's Lisa Pushtai of Hungary, chasing down a spot of her own in the individual for the Hungarian team, up against the Russian Svetlana Shevaleva. I'm Karim Bashir, and I'm delighted to welcome Andrew. Well, Andrew, we know you as a Cyrus of Chaos in the world of fencing online. Andrew Fisher. Andrew, welcome to the commentary box here in Montreal. What's happened so far today?
So far, most of the 64 bouts went according to their seed, at least with the top 16. The one top 16 fencer who got knocked out was Bianca Pascu. She lost to Sarah Balzer, who was fencing really, really well. But other than that, all the 15 of the top 16 made the 32, as their seed indicated they might.
Well, we are going to start on the blue piece with Olga Kharlan and Norika Tamura of Japan. Kharlan, the red-hot favorite here, not just for this particular match, but probably for the whole tournament. But Andrew, it's interesting you talk about Bianca Pascu, because everyone has got Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games on their mind.
Yeah.
And Bianca Pascu's the Romanian team are not in a qualifying position, and very unlikely to be, but she is sitting in one of the 2 individual qualifying spots for the European team. How much will that loss in the 64 hurt her?
I don't know exactly how well she did here last year. She got 3rd place at World Championships this year, so I'd imagine not a whole lot. But again, it really depends on her result at this matching Grand Prix from last season.
Well, she's being chased down by the Greek fencer Theodora Guntura, just 6 points behind her. So I think it could well make a big difference to Pascu's provisional qualification standings. But here we are underway, and as we say, Kharlan not only the favourite for this match, but perhaps the favourite for the tournament, especially given the fact that the Russian...
Velika is not here, yeah.
She's not here. So, right, let's ask one simple question right at the start here. Most of the fans watching right now will know their fencing, so we don't need to talk through every single hit.
Right.
Andrew, why should anyone listen to you about Sabre?
That's a great point. Why should anyone listen to me?
Why should anyone listen to me? But you're the expert. So no, but why should we listen to you? You have some form in Sabre, right?
Yeah, I used to fence on the World Cup circuit. I did that from 2009, which was my first season, to 2016 when I retired because my knees were really bad. So I've been around the fencing for a long time. I've watched a lot of fencing because of my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I started a YouTube channel in 2007 to just record fencing before anyone was doing that. So I've had a lot of experience watching.
It's a great channel as well.
Thank you.
You give your insight and your personal opinion on certain hits, and you show a lot. You go to the great effort of editing down certain things so that we can have a discussion point around particular hits. And obviously,
I try.
It's great. It's really good, and you've recently taken a job in Boston, I understand.
Yes, 2 jobs. I actually got hired as the Wellesley Sabre coach, and I just accepted a job with Harvard Fencing to help them do video analysis and do some organizing for the team.
Fantastic stuff. So you have got an expert in your ears right now, Andrew Fischel, and if you do want to check him out, Cyrus of Chaos. Where on earth did you get that name?
It was from back in the days when I was playing video games. I actually used to be a pretty good Super Smash Bros. Melee player.
All right, okay.
And that was that was my name when I was playing. So when I started uploading the videos, I already had a YouTube channel for that, so I just uploaded them there. I didn't realize it would be such a big thing. I just thought I would upload the videos for my own, you know, use and watching. But it turned out to be much bigger than I was expecting. So if I could go back, I would have picked something more relevant to fencing. But I mean, at this point, it's my name, and I'm stuck with it, but I like it, so it's good.
It's very good, and it's very catchy, everyone knows. We're at the break already here on the blue piece, and Olga Kharlan is 8-2 up. Just a quick whiz around the field of play. Xiaoyaki of China is 6-3 up against Caroline of France. Caroline chasing down a team spot for the French team. They are very, very likely to qualify as a team for the Olympic Games, but at the moment she is down. On the green piste is Anna Lembach of Germany, who's 6-4 up against Kim Ji-yeon, her of Olympic medal fame. And Lisa Pushtai of Hungary is 7-4 up against Svetlana Shevaleva of Russia. Make that 8-4 now. But here, we're at the early stages. We don't need to talk about every single hit, as I've said. Do you have some favorites here? Can you make some predictions about who we may want to look out for, who is going to get through to these crucial medal points later on?
Well, obviously, Olga Kharlan, who we were talking about, looked really good. I would have picked Kim Ji-yeon to make it really far in this tournament.
Me too.
But Limbach is fencing really, really well, is up 8-6 going into the break. I liked the way Eliza Stone was fencing. I watched her first bout before, but Yana Igorian is a really strong opponent, and running into her in the 32 could be a problem. We'll see how that goes.
We're back underway here, and Tamura is trying to break things off. Tamura, of course, chasing a spot in the Japanese qualification race. Japan had not qualified as a team in the provisional standings for the Olympic Games, but Tamura is leading the race for the Asian spot, chased closely by Imura and Aoki, but Imura and Aoki are gone.
Yeah, they both lost already.
So Tamura extending her lead, and in the Asian spot, history is likely to be made, isn't it, with Bhavani Devi of India becoming the first ever Indian national to qualify in the sport of fencing.
Yep, that would be amazing.
She didn't have a great time yesterday in qualification, though.
No, she didn't. I didn't see what happened. I just saw her name very low on the list.
Straight out in the pools, having come through the last two, the World Cup in Orléans, the World Cup in Salt Lake City, coming straight through the pools directly by winning all her fights, straight into the 64. But she had a bit of a nightmare here in Salt Lake City. But
she made top 16 at World Championships. But fencing is crazy. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes everything comes together.
And this is the thing about fencing, it's on their day, anyone can have a flyer, anyone can have a great day, but equally anyone can have an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happens to us all.
A few too many times to me, I'm afraid to say.
Yeah.
Well, Kharlan has not mucked around here. She's absolutely smashed her way through Tamura. And to be fair, if you're looking at anyone today in the world of women's sabre, Kharlan has been on her game for a decade, absolutely supreme. Velikaya took a break after Rio. She's come back, and she is the other star performer. But is there anyone else that can contend against those two?
At this point, I would say no one is at the level of consistency that the two of them are. Obviously, as you were saying before, if anyone is having a really good day, they could beat them, but the two of them are just so consistent, so strong mentally, and so good tactically that if one of those things is not working, they have the others to fall back on. Especially Kharlan, her technique is as close to perfect as I think you can get in modern saber fencing.
I think also, Andrew, that look, if you take any of the top athletes these days, they've got the physical prowess. All of them need to be absolutely at the top of their game. As Kharlan takes the fight 15-7, a pretty comprehensive victory for her, and didn't have to break a sweat. So a nice, easy start to the 32 for Olga Kharlan, the world #1, looking in fine form. She's into the 16 here. Where do you want to go, Andrew?
I want to check out Jian and Limbach.